And what a week it has been for Bitcoin, folks. Stuck at 100K again. Like Pablo has been saying, stuck at 100K again. And what about some of the altcoins, eh? Where are they going? Is an altcoin season here, do you think? Do you think an altcoin season has started like Pablo has predicted, right? I have more evidence that we are going higher for the altcoins, right? And look at the 4 altcoins that Pablo has been talking about in my videos, right? 2 videos ago, I named 4 altcoins and they're all, 3 of them are up and running straight away. Okay, let's have a look at where Bitcoin and the rest of the action is right now. So basically, Bitcoin, right, as I said, would take weeks to get above this 100K area, right? It can flirt with it, go above, but then come down. That's because we're in this massive channel. What can happen is I kept on showing the silver chart, which is a pop back up, and then it can come down like this, hang around in like 90s, 80s, hopefully not, and then break up in due time, right? So one thing to keep in mind is, I mean, if for guys who have been following me on this, you already know, the chart I'm talking about, which is the silver chart. Silver chart is basically, right, the price pops up, comes back down to about $35 silver, and then comes back down, back into the channel. So look, the thing is, there's one scenario that I'm thinking about that we got to watch out for, and that is where do we think Bitcoin will top? I don't mean an ultimate top. Well, it could be an ultimate top, but a local top is coming up. And that is, believe it or not, January 20th, when Trump gets into power. Because the market always buy on rumor and sell on news. Why they buy on rumor? Because Trump is so crypto-friendly, right? He's so crypto-friendly. And then they're going to sell on news, because when he gets in, there are so many promises he's not going to keep, right? That we all know that. So let's have a look at how this could play out. One scenario I mapped out, right? And this is pretty simple. All that I have done is basically, I just remember how we made that new high of 74K in March, and the market just gone sideways, right? I've just mapped this part of the market and just added it here, right? That's the black lines you see, right? If the scenario I spoke of, which is Bitcoin takes ages to confirm above 100K, it can wick above 100K, but I mean confirm above 100K, right? If it takes weeks, even months, as I said, then this is a scenario. And look, don't take it literally. This is just simply copy and pasting this part of the action onto here, right? But I want to point out a few things, right? We have a bigger pullback, say, why around this low 80s area? Because, see this 82K to 80K area, that is 0.618 part of the Fibonacci retrace of this move up from 50K to 90 to 100K, right? So having a pullback lens around there seems to make sense. And then basically rally up again because Trump is going to get into power. Trump inauguration, and I drew this exactly on January 20th when he swears in as the 47th president of the US, right? And look, it tops, right? Boom, comes back down because, the Bitcoin reserve, National Strategic Reserve, whatever, isn't approved. And then here we go again. We go sideways and up we go again. Eventually, I do hope it breaks out before freaking April or May. This is just a very rough guide. And maybe 120, maybe 110, maybe 130. This is one scenario. What I'm trying to demonstrate there is that if the scenario I was talking about, which is that if Bitcoin does not break above, and confirm and consolidate above 100K anytime soon, then that's the scenario I would have in mind. That's the scenario I would have kind of play out. But let's be prepared for both scenarios, right? Right now, what if Bitcoin just makes a run above 100K? Let's say, what if this scenario plays out? Let's say, okay, so we do have a look at this on the weekly chart, on the 4-hour chart, which is a very short term. Bitcoin actually looks good. I wouldn't discount the fact that it pops above 100K. So we have this rising triangle, this bull triangle, bull pennant here, basically rising. That's the bottom edge. And here's the upper edge. If Bitcoin can manage to close daily above 98.6, there's a chance it can just break 100K. Could be a fake out, right? We cheer, we celebrate for like a day or two, and then boom, comes back and does the scenario I was talking about before. Bitcoin can even go up like for say for example, 3 days, 4 days, right? Like what it did at 73K when we all thought, well, except me, I warned in my Discord that this is not confirmed yet, right? Does something like this, and then boom, comes down. Either way, so far, my forecast, my prediction has been quite powerful because I have said 100K, it's going to be difficult to get above. And look at this, right? We're on our second attempt, third attempt at 100K and has failed as well. But that's not the important part, right? Right now, the important part is that I've been saying to a lot of people, right, to folks in my Discord, to folks on social media, that I think a altcoin season has come. Right? If a Bitcoin goes to say 130, 140, 150K, that's less than 50% move from here, right? What is going to make a big move is if Ethereum leads all the other coins into a massive altcoin market. Let's have a look at the altcoin market, altcoin run. So here, for example, we have Ethereum, and it also, in my opinion, is a bull flag. And due to this ETF grayscale selling, it broke down from the bull flag, but sometimes we can sort of just say, hey, we can still count this as a bull flag. If this is true, if this is a bull flag, then, and we just got a weekly, we're about to, in a few hours when you guys see this video, you see it confirm above this bull flag and close, say, if it can close anywhere above 30, let's call it 36.50, then I would consider it on the weekly, this Sunday, closed above the bull flag. If so, then basically Ethereum can make another run up. How high can they go? Let's just do a bull flag calculation. The height of this flag is almost 1,000 points, 2570 to 3533, almost like 950 points. And we add another, right, 950 points from the place of breakout. That will lend us at 4,500. 4,500 would be around here. 4,500. That's just a technical target, right? For the ETH breakout, if we can confirm here on the weekly. 4,500. 4,500. Why do I think that's also makes sense as a nice target? Because when we bring it around here, we see in 2021 bull run, this top was around 4,365, and this top was around 4,800 something. So 45. 46 around there, massive resistance. So Ethereum gets stopped there and pull back, right? And then boom, and then off it goes again. Hopefully, then we get, a massive bull run. For the altcoin bull run, altcoin season, the most important chart everyone looks at is this one. Now, I have been spot on with this one. Basically, if you've been watching my videos, I've been saying, okay, I think we have one more pop. Like 3-4 weeks ago, I said I think we have one more pop, right, to 61.4, and it's done that exactly, right, 61.4, and then I think altcoin season starts, and for the past 2 weeks, we've seen exactly that. We've seen XRP do 3x, we've seen, we've seen Doge do 4x, we've seen Solana hit a new all-time high, but most importantly, this is the weekly support trend line. This has been over a year now that Bitcoin dominance has just been rising. So Bitcoin's outperforming the altcoins, and now it's broken, right? It could wick back up. Of course it can happen. But what I'm saying is this needs to be a weekly close to confirm. We are about, say, 16 hours away from getting that weekly close. And then imagine if the Bitcoin market cap dominance, Bitcoin dominance starts doing that, right? Hits 50, I don't know. It tends to come back to around the 40s. Yeah, like last bull run, 2017 bull run, last bull run, it all got below 41, hit around like 39. Imagine if I went from 57, where it is currently, to like 40. That would be a crazy bull run. Okay, another one we should be watching out for is ETH versus Bitcoin. ETH price in terms of Bitcoin. And this one, if you're in my Discord, I've been calling it as well. I said last week, or rather 2 weeks ago, I said, I think we're forming a major bottoming tail. That is what we call bottoming tail. And I think this is it. This is where ETH turns around against Bitcoin, right? This is a strong candle, and hopefully we finish strongly somewhere around here, right? 0.038, 0.0, right? That area. We get the weekly close again this is a weekly chart in like 16 hours. If we confirm, then likely look how much it has to run. This is how much Ethereum can outperform against Bitcoin in the coming up 3 months or 6 months. And, you know, if it hits like a 2017 all-time high, that'll be incredible. It will be incredible, crazy altcoin run, but I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting if ETH can get to 0.6, that'll be already quite incredible for me. If it can just hit the last cycle high of 0.86, we'd have a crazy altcoins bull run. Now, in terms of the, okay, so if you've been following my video, this is the problem. Some of these channels don't pump, right, the massive calls I've made. There was a video that I put out 2 days ago that said there are 4 coins that are altcoins that I am buying. And since then, in the last 2 days, 3 of them had made major pumps. The altcoins I was talking about is basically in the category, in the narrative of Bitcoin layer 2s. So that's like Stacks. That's the only one, right? That's kind of the OG that hasn't pumped yet. But everything else, like ELA has had a big pump. And then you have Core has had a big pump. And just for fun, I named one of the small DEXs, decentralized exchanges on Core called BOW, B-O-W, right? That has had a massive pump as well. I'll take you guys through that. But just before I do, I always post this video like about a day beforehand in my Discord, which is Sunday right now. You probably see it publicly on Monday. Just before I do, let me tell you guys about the exchange that I'm trading with for 30 seconds. And basically, I've been using BitUnix because it's actually a non-KYC exchange. I'll say that again, non-KYC, right? Lots of advantages if you know what I mean. And it's already quite trusted, 1.3 million plus global users, 200 million in futures trading volume. But people who sign up, right, with me, using the gets up to $5,500, $5,500 USD worth of newbie benefits. But that's the Pablo package. So you will only get that if you use the link that I'm providing. You don't have to. It's up to you. You don't have to. But if you want that $5,500 of newbie benefits, right, then sign up with Pablo. And the way to do it is basically in the link you see below in your video, or if you're watching on some different platform like TikTok, like TikTok or Twitter, then basically just go onto my page, right, my personal page, right, and just click on this Stan Pablo He-Man link. When you click in there, right, the first thing you see is basically BitUnix, right? That's how big of a deal this is right now. And when you click in there, boom, you get on the landing page. So once again, $5,500 worth of USDs of benefits, you know, to newbies up to that amount, and only that, right? Exclusive only using Pablo's link. All right, now back to the markets, what I was talking about before. So Core, I called this like 2 days ago, and we can see that's when it started running. The reason why I called it 2 days ago was because I saw that now we're basically breaking out of this downtrend. If Bitcoin, this is a layer 2 of Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's running so hard, if Bitcoin's doing so well, then why wouldn't the Bitcoin layer 2s also be doing well? People say that the liquidity this season, people say that, oh look, the liquidity this season is not coming to the altcoins. People say that that's because, right, that's because all the money is going to Bitcoin through the Bitcoin ETFs on Wall Street. And those boomers would not know how to buy Core, how to buy Ethereum or Solana or Solana MIMS, whatever. But let's say if that's true, which I do not believe is true. I do not believe it's true. Let's say if that is true, then basically it would be a Bitcoin pump. And Bitcoin desperately needs a layer 2, like the Lightning Network. Lightning Network makes Bitcoin transactions faster and easy to use. But again, no one uses, you know, they don't have a token. So Core right now has the most TVL, total value locked on the Bitcoin ecosystem. So let's have a look at it again. That's why I called it. I called ELA, Core, and also STX and BOW, B-O-W. and because I thought it was right here on the verge of breaking out. Like within a few hours, my videos going out, boom, we had this candle, and then boom, this candle almost up to it. Well, it is 2x since like $1.05 when I called it. And, you know, it's, I mean, this is like a $3 billion coin. So I'd be surprised if I was the only one moving it. Pullback right now, first level of support is around $1.74. Hopefully goes into a sideways a bull flag here, and then boom, goes off, it goes again. If it was to pull back to the next layer of support, which I see, it could be around this $1.60 high 150s area. If it went to here, then that would be disappointing. Right? That would be a pullback that would take a while for it to fix up. So hopefully somewhere up to $1.58, $1.60, and then boom, it goes again. There's a large cap, but if you want the small caps, you want the crazy runs, right? Check out the very small coins, the decentralized exchanges, the DEXs, right? On these chains, such as core chains. So for example, we'll go to see, for example, this one. We go to let's have a look at the Bo coin we're talking about. So Bo coin, for example, Keep is doing well. One of the other coins that I've been talking about probably has bottom, not financial advice. None of this should be taken as financial advice. So Core here, I think it's making a topping tail right now. So Core is probably about to pull back, right? And yeah, like I called it around here, I think, from memory. So it's been a nice 4 or 5x since my call. Okay, because Core itself is pulling back right now, so Bo is pulling back. And remember, it was at $7 before. Yes, $6.97, $7.04, $7. And now it's at 12 cents. I called it around 3 cents, right, to folks in my Discord. This is log view, of course, and if we use natural view, that's what the chart looks like. You can't even see this move. So, of course, lots of exciting action. Keep up to date with the news with Pablo, and hopefully we will all have a good bull run. I do see some dark clouds on the horizon. I'm not one of those moon boys. I can be bullish when the market needs to be bullish, but I will also warn you and let you know where the threat and danger is when it is coming. So follow Pablo, and I'll catch you guys next time.